Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Levi Wallace.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Falcons
first down, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First down, Atlanta.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Calais. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
From the gun, Huntley. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
31-yard line.
2nd and 11. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Falcons 3.
2nd and 11 now. Operating from the gun, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On the counter, Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go play action with Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ryan Izzo. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Huntley. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Gurley. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They run with Calais. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run. Calais. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
A final shot before break. Huntley looking. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For the Falcons.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play here for the Bills. 43 yards.
At the 34.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, it's Calais. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was tackled.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
That's good.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Bills have broken the tie.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives to Gurley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're...
Touchdown, Falcons! Todd Gurley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
The game at 17. Sterling Hawkwictor.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Calais. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game. Yeah. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up.
So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
To kick off for the Falcons.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
Tackle made.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Huntley looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Huntley going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
55-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another carry now for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Ryan, and the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Josh Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. 2 yards on.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Huntley. That's complete to DiZzLE8's, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, Huntley going for it all. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Raymond Calais, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. And And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, that's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Falcons.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
To Julio Jones.
A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 45 yards. Throwing again, Ryan. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike and they get the touchdown. Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Takaris McKinley on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Huntley. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Gurley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big run there by Gurley. 41 yards.
First down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Complete.
Todd Gurley. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Falcons 38, Bills 31.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Bills.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
He's back to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
And 9 at the 29-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Check cross, check cross, check cross.
Back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward.
And got his man complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee.